Hey boys, welcome back to some more How Far with the Star. Anthony Milford still going strong. I think this is up to game 2 of the streak here, and it's State of Origin time. Game 2 of the Origin series, and I feel like this is playing it at the SCG, playing it at the MCG, which is a bit unique, but I feel like this is definitely probably our biggest threat for losing the streak, because obviously the blue side is going to be filled with players who are pretty good. James McManus, an exception for that. But yeah, no, it doesn't look like a too bad a side there. A little strange, a couple of weird ones, but overall, Jamie's down on the bench there, the X factor on the bench. But yeah, I feel like this could definitely be probably the biggest threat we'll face. Not saying we won't lose just regular season round, but it's just due to the fact that, yeah, the blue side and Queensland side, they're both going to be very strong, so it could go either way. We just have to play good, and unfortunately, it's not going to help us with plays like that. We go for the offload. I didn't want to go for the offload. I wanted to pass it before I got in contact with the defender, but unfortunately, it just happened a little too quickly, and it resulted in an offload. It was forward, whatever you want to call it, and Adam Reynolds picks it up and raced away and scores. I thought for a second there Inglis was going to make the ground to defend, but unfortunately not to be, and then Inglis here just takes it over the sideline. So, as I said at the start, it's a big danger game for the streak, and it has not started off well at all. 6-0 down, the Blues get another chance to post some points. And it's not looking too good for us, as James Tarmo there drives towards the line, but a good tackle there held him up over the line. 5th tackle now, see if we can defend at least this set would be nice. Putting a little grubber, it's not a bad kick either. Wade Graham gets tackled, dragged back over the in goal. I couldn't believe it. If he was just a fraction ahead there, he would have planted the ball down, so that was a big tackle. And then on the back of that, we set up Inglis down the sideline, well, not down the sideline, but somehow Blake Ferguson catches him. I couldn't believe he got caught there. It was ridiculous. And then on the back of that, I just wanted the ball quickly, but the dummy half, I think Smith was at dummy half there. He just sort of faked it out a little bit. He took a little scoot, and it resulted in me overrunning the play. But I think I don't exactly know what happened. I think he still passed the ball, and it went forward into Ferguson, and he just raced away and scored. So Ferguson coming up with a huge play. That's a 12-point turnaround. He caught Inglis, the try-saving tackle, and then picks off that intercept to score a try. So this is looking pretty bad. But once again, setting up Edric Lee this time. I think it's Lee on the sideline, who he was actually really good in this game. Edric Lee is incredible in this game. He breaks tackles left, right, and centre, but we have to do a fair bit here. We're down 12-0. Encroaching on half time, so we don't want to. If we go down even more here, I would almost call this game over. But right there, a beautiful little inside ball to that man Milford, and just the speed to burn, just takes it, and fullback, not much he could do. Dugan was on the goal line, wasn't expecting us to burst through the gap like that, and thankfully we hit back just before, well, not just before, but a bit before half time. Didn't want to go in 12-0 down, but that would have been probably, the worst case scenario to get away with the win, 12-0 down. But we're gonna go bang bang here. Who is this? Justin O'Neill. It was just a bit of a loose, bit of a sloppy offload. Well, not sloppy, but a loose offload. O'Neill just picks it up and takes on the fullback here. Just burns him for pace. Dugan, once again, some poor defensive work. And the Blues, I don't know if they got a little complacent. You definitely can't do that with this Queensland side, and we've made them pay here. Thurston converts to make it 12-all. So all of a sudden, our terrible first half is sort of eroded right now, and a great ball there to Edric Lee down the sideline. There was support back on the inside with O'Neill, but just takes a tackle, which is probably not a terrible decision. And then right there, it's the shocking pass. I think I was going to go for a field goal, maybe just put it in the air, but a terrible loopy pass. It was definitely forward. I couldn't believe they even call it forward, but it resulted in me getting tackled on the last play. We got one final chance before the halftime break, but not too much doing. As Will Chambers down the sideline gets it back to us. We take the tackle there of Jared Croker in the side. Jared Croker, I mean, the funny thing is, like, Croker, I feel like he's underrated in real life. And it might seem weird because, people talk about him a lot, but I feel like he's never... I mean, he might eventually play for New South Wales, but I feel like he might never play for New South Wales, even though I think Croker is one of the best centres in the game. This year especially, I felt like, and I think a lot of criticism of Croker in previous years has been his defence. He's always been a solid attacking player. He's cool-headed. He can, he's a leader of teams even at a young age. But his defence, he was always a little, not the strongest guy in defence. He missed a lot of one-on-one tackles as he comes up with a big tackle right there. That was pretty good timing. But his defence this year has been exceptional, I thought. So, that's why. That was pretty funny. I don't know why. That was funny. We kicked the drop goal there, and it sort of looked like all the players, a bit of a little scuffle in midfield. But it was just, I don't know, the players were all just standing around like fucking Brown's cows there. As another good ball to Edric Lee. We've sent him like 3 clean line breaks here. It should be a penalty. Come on. Taking forever in the tackle there. Dugan just holding down way too long. And we do take the lead. We did it a while ago, but we did kick that drop goal. It was, just an early kick. We had the chance, we took it. Not a bad option, in my opinion. But yeah, Croker, but then I think about it, and I'm like, Croker, I feel like he should be in the New South Wales team, but then I'm like, well, Leilua should be a definite, in my opinion. As a beautiful little grub there, Milford, wrapping around to the open side, puts in a nice little kick, and Matthew Scott, of all players, swoops on the ball, gets the try. And that could be the sealer, a 7-point lead if Thurston converts, which he does. But yeah, Leilua, in my opinion, as a Queenslander, I would absolutely hate if they pick Leilua. I am very happy if New South Wales continue to not pick someone like a Leilua. It would be great, honestly, because Leilua is someone who can definitely he can turn a game. I mean, I know people say he's got a few loose errors in his game, and I guess that's true. He goes for the offloads and that sort of stuff. But I mean, come on, he's a freak. He's an X factor. That's someone you need in those big games. But it looks like we have got away with this game, so the streak will continue. Shannon Boyd there off the bench, another weird signing. Well, not a signing, but a player there. But we didn't control it. It was a tight game, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.